What's up YouTube? I am your host, Anything Billy. On today's video, we're going to be replacing front brakes and rotors on this 2006 Chevrolet Equinox. And if you do enjoy my content, please hit that like button and subscribe button down at the bottom of the page. So let's get started. Like always, the first thing you want to do before you get started is you want to take the brake reservoir off and put a rag over it. That way when you push in the piston, if any excess fluid comes out, the rag will catch it and the air will be easier to escape. Now this one here was full because somebody topped it off before they checked the brakes. I got out a little bit that I could, so hopefully the rag will catch out the rest. Alright, so tools you'll need for this brake job is you will need a 14mm to take the piston caliper pin bolts out. You'll need a 15mm to take the caliper bracket loose. You may need a straight screwdriver, lube for the slides, some type of piston compression tool, and like always, no job is complete without the hammer. So hopefully this is just a straightforward brake and rotor job. Oh yeah, and if you're like me, you need a flashlight on one side and no flashlight on the other side. These bolts come out pretty easy. Let's see, I don't know anything about this vehicle, first time it's been here. So, it's a little warm. You may hear some fans in the background. One bolt out. Real tight. That off. Okay. Now this is a dual piston. This piston compression tool is actually made for a dual piston. So you stick it in the center and you just squeeze it in. Like I said, going slow. Now these are a little bit tougher to go in because they are dual. It's like all the rest of them, go slow. Try to keep the hose straight as possible. Once they start, they normally just continue on pretty easy. Pretty much it. We got to set this somewhere because we got to take off this bracket. Take the brakes off. This right here has the weirdest groove I've ever seen. Right, so let's get the what the Sam Hill? Okay. That bolt is huge. Why is that bolt like that? I know this is what this, okay, I ain't never seen that before. Let's see here. Figure this out because this is weird. The other side ain't like that. The heck? You really like that little nut in the way, but that's fine. Okay. That's weird. Let's see that. Bracket done. Yep. What the heck? Somebody has. I'm going to have to see if I can find a bolt big as that. That's crazy. That is not supposed to be there. I don't think so. Hang on, let me see if I can find something to fit that. Alright, so this bottom bolt here is a 21 millimeter. I don't know what the deal with this is. Let's see if I can get it loose without stripping it. Wow. Obviously somebody had broken that bolt and just had to get whatever they could find to stick in there. Yeah, that is... that's been dripped. No wrong one. Yep, that's what they've done. Somebody just broke a bolt and they just had to find some kind of bolt to stick in it. We'll make sure we put that one back on the bottom. I mean, nothing seems to be wrong. It's just that they broke the bolt. That or they rounded the head off, one of the two. So I've already cleaned this off camera. Make sure you clean these off. Get all the oil off of the new ones, otherwise it'll mess up the brakes. So slide this one off. This is weird. It has a groove. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a weird groove right there in it. Look, too much slide. See that little groove right there? That is crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Put the new one back on there. And it slides on there. No big deal. Now, we can stick this back on there. Bottom. There's the bottom and there's the top. Come on, buddy. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Well, that's different. The other side ain't like that. So I went over and looked. The other side is not like that. It's very weird. You do have a bolt right here that's kind of in the way, but if you get like a smaller ratchet or a 3/8, it really is not in the way that much. So no special tool really needed. Yours probably won't have a 21. I don't know what this is like weird. But, you know, I don't want to hit it too hard. I don't want to strip it because it ain't the right thread. But it's there. So that's good. That's good. Don't need any lubrication. Slides feel good. Let's grab the screwdriver. Get the top one already off. Take the bottom one here. That one even. Huh. It didn't even have hardware on the top. That was weird. Like I said, somebody's messed with this before. So we're going to put it back together the right way. Yep, hardware on top and hardware on the bottom, like it's supposed to be. There we go. We need to stick this on here like so. Get it in the groove. Come on, come on. Alright. The hardware's a little stubborn. Not definitely not going to go there like that. So that's on there again. Oh wow, that is so crooked. What is going on here? I guarantee it's because of this. But I ain't got no way to screw this. Let's see here. These come off kind of tight. I don't know if I can stick that back on there or not. There we go. Alright, it'll help a little bit, but not much. Let's see here. Somehow I didn't get all the grease off of this. Oh, somebody's replaced a bearing or something, and now I've got grease all over everything. That's what's going on here. That's why they've done that. So it's not, somebody's replaced the wheel bearing. And that's probably, they probably broke that putting that on, taking that off, and I got that crap all over me. Alright, so, see if I can, hey, this might even be the right, caliper for this thing. Oh, there's that. That's what's going on. Wow. I don't get them on it. Put that back on there, because that is not. That is not wanting to go back in there. It's like it won't go. Oh no, come out the bottom. Bottom. Are you serious right now? Come out the bottom. Oh my goodness. Oh. We had it, then we didn't have it. Alright, get in the bottom. There you go. There we go. Don't understand. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like what's going on here. I don't know why it's so tough. This don't even look like the right hardware. I'm telling you, I don't think this is the right caliper for this car. I don't think this is the right one for this car. Let's see. Well, that's spinning like it's supposed to. Let's see. See if I can go in there the easier way. See, it gets the right band, and it's like it won't go in the hole. Like at all. Like there's something holding it. Let me see what this here does. Put that down in there. Yep. Same thing over here. See, that is in the way. That piece right there is in the way. That piece right there is just in the way of everything. That lip right there is in the way of everything. I don't know what to do with that thing. See if I can bend it up out of the way, maybe. I don't think it'll. See, the other piece didn't have one on there, so, and all four of them look the same. Maybe the reason why I didn't have one on there. See, I don't know if that'll work or not. Let's see. Now I can't get it to go back up in there. That'll be good. See if that'll work. Yeah, that upper hardware. Let me see if they'll. We're gonna look at the other side and see what's going on. All right, so I can't give you a straight answer, but yeah, no matter what hardware I used on the top, I cannot get these to sit back in there like it's supposed to be. I don't know what the deal is. If it's this is bad or something going on, but it wasn't on there. So I even tried old hardware. Now the other side's like that. It could be because this right here, they've got this messed up somehow. But, I mean, I got everything in there. I mean, it ain't going to fall out. Everything's still going to ride like it's supposed to. So, let's get everything button everything back up. It just don't make no sense that why I can't put the top hardware on there. But, as you can see, it was not on there to begin with. So, obviously there's a problem there. A bigger problem than I know how to solve. But the brakes ain't going to fall out. They're not going to do anything stupid. It's just that it might get a little bit more squeaking because that hardware is gone. So, let's hope I can still use this, because the last time I tried to use this, it didn't work. Is that good? Alright. See, everything's good. Let me twist this right quick to see if it's going to make any weird noise. Let's see if I can turn this out. There we go. Take this off. That I can't help. See, there's something going on this side because now that's it. Oh yeah, I gotta figure that out. Get over there. I wonder if that was her. I bet that was her situation all along. The guard here is hitting the rotor. I bet you that's what she's hearing. I bet you that's what made that spot. So I'm going to have to try to move it out of the way. See, somebody's replaced the outer tie rod in and put a new wheel bearing in on this side and got everything messed up. That's why half of this stuff ain't working. Right. I'm going to have to bend this out. Maybe that'll help the problem. There we go. There we go. I can't help the inside hitting it, but I got the outside so it don't hit no more. I got to do this bottom down here. That's hard to move. There we go. That's all it took. That's something else I probably never mentioned you have to watch out for is that metal guard right there. So now that we've got the driver's side all situated, let's head over to the passenger side. Alright, so we're over here on the passenger side. It'll be just like the driver's side, except for I don't see anything that's causing this to do anything. It's got the same bolt on top and bottom. So if I run into any trouble, I'll stop and let you know. Otherwise, here we go. So in order for me to do this, I had to get a screwdriver and push up on that lip right there so I could slide that in. That's what was keeping me from doing it. But after that, everything went in place. Now let's button her back together. Alright, unlike the other side, nothing's hit or anything, so let's put the brake cap reservoir back on, put the wheels and tires on it, and take a test drive. I don't know how good you can see that, but that rag is wet. That is why you put a rag over there, because when they fill up these reservoirs and don't check the brakes, that's what you do, you make a mess. I mean, you can only suck so much out of them, so I'm going to put the cap back on there, then we'll put the tires on it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another test drive on this 2006 Chevrolet Equinox. First thing you want to do, I've already got it started up because it's kind of hot and I needed to kind of cool it off in here, is you want to, let's cut it back off. Let's sit here and pump the brake. Make sure we got a good stiff pedal before we take off on the test drive. Alright, once you got a good stiff pedal, we can start it back up. Buckle up for safety. Let's back it out of the garage and get started on test drive. Alright, like always, when we get out here on the test drive, we want to see if we hear any see if we hear any squeaks, any squeals, if we feel any vibrations, is it for anything else the car may make, or any bumps or anything like that. And I can already tell you this car is really making noise. It's got 233,000 miles on it. And it sounds like the front end's getting ready to come out from under. Shocks are wore out and all that stuff. Whoa, I don't like the sound of that. Oh my goodness, that sounded like it's gonna fall apart. Like I said, it looked like somebody changed a wheel bearing. Yeah, somebody changed a wheel bearing and done a tie rod in, but they did it up on the other side. This thing sounds like it's falling. Oh my goodness gracious. Gotta be careful. See, that's good stuff to notate. That way they don't come back and try to say, it wasn't doing this for you, done the brake job. Well, besides all the front end noise this thing has, the brakes are smooth, there's no vibration in the pedal, or in the steering wheel when you hit the brakes, for that matter. So make sure you notate it, let the customer know that there's some noises that you don't know what they are. As we turn on the road that the shop's on, I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and until next time, bye now.